All right, Wilkes Barre area Wolfpack. We're talking with Administrator Hal Gabriel. Hal, let's talk a little bit about growing up. What was life like? Where did you live, and what school did you go to?
Well, first of all, I was born in Kingston, Pennsylvania. I was actually a Wyoming Valley West student up until the first part of second grade, and then at that time, my parents uplifted, and my father was always from the Heights, so we returned over here in Wilkes Barre, and I started to begin my journey of education here in Wilkes Barre. My elementary years, I went to Dana Street Elementary School, and then from there, I became a part of the GAR family and graduated in 1982.
When you left GAR, did you think, okay, hey, I'm gonna get into coaching at some point? I want to be a teacher. Were you sure of what you really wanted to do?
That's a great question. I was kind of in the middle of really what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to continue my playing career or what the deal was. So what I ended up doing was going to LCC and going into, actually my first thing was for phys ed and education. And what happened there is we were back in the early 80s, and at that time to land a teaching job was a hard thing to do. And at 17 and 18 years old, you start hearing a lot of people saying, oh, there's no jobs, you're going to be in debt from going to college. So what I did is I pulled the plug basically on phys ed, and I jumped over to the business world and started my journey in business administration. And from there, I continued, went to King's College, and I got my degree in business administration. But once I got out to the work world, I wasn't happy. I always knew, it was something with athletics. But in the meantime, going back to the coaching era, 1982, when I just graduated, Ralph Hahn was one of our assistant coaches at GAR, and I would hang around because most of my friends were in that, they were seniors, and I was already graduated. So it was, I would hang around, go to practices, and then he brought me down to the freshmen a little bit, and I started helping out a little bit, and from there, that's where it kind of transpired. From 1982 and all the way up until here we are, 2025. It's been a journey of coaching. But then going back again to the business administration, I thought, the people, that was fun. And I was looking for business education, and Bloomsburg University had it at the time, and Wilkes College, and I was all set to go to Wilkes, but then they pulled the plug on the program. So I said, well, I'm this far going business administration, let's just finish it. But getting out in the work world, I knew this was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I came back to King's, and I took some of my credits that were in business administration that would go into the social studies aspect of it. And from there, I went and got my degree in, I guess you could say, certification in secondary ed / social studies. And here I am.
Talk about some of the coaching influences that you had. You've been around a lot of coaches that, people that help mold kind of your thought process.
Well, I really, I've been around some great coaches, and I was very blessed to be with them. First of all, I was coached by John Rowlands my sophomore year, God rest his soul, and then when he got into that, became an AD, I was Dino Galella was part of the GR staff. But Dino Galella, actually, when in 1973, he was coaching Little League Baseball, and at that time he became the head football coach for the Heights Packers. And when you lived in Mayflower and the Heights and Rolling Mill Hill, that's all you did. That's you played football. You weren't asked would you like to play. You were told you were going to play. So we all went, and I became a part of that regime. And he was a father figure to me. Dino was, and he still is today. He took me under his wing, and we went from there. And I was blessed to be under Coach Fick and Charlie. He was instrumental in getting me into education, working with me, and going down the right path and getting involved with continuing to coach and then into the aspect of education, along with Dino Galella and other coaches. John Joseph, phenomenal individual, would always be there to help me. Teddy Jackson, Mickey Gorham. So pretty much the Wilkes-Barre area district was something that I always thrived with, and I was blessed to be around.